Hey there, how's it going? Lee Hayward here, and right now I'm going to get ready and do a shoulder workout using dumbbells. And I get a lot of questions from my subscribers asking for basic workout routines that they can do with minimal equipment. And that's what you're going to get in this shoulder workout. So we're going to hit all three heads of the deltoids, going to be working the traps, and again, all we're going to use is dumbbells. So it's a workout routine that you can do pretty much anywhere and still get great results. So hopefully you enjoy the workout. And if you have any questions, comments, or feedback about it, please feel free to post those down in the comments below, and I'll chat with you down there.
And to start off the workout, I'm going to do a compound pressing exercise with the standing shoulder press. Now, I encourage you to try doing your shoulder presses standing versus seated on a shoulder press bench. And the reason for this is you're going to engage more muscle throughout your core, as well as some of the smaller stabilizer muscles in your upper back when you do standing shoulder presses versus if you do them seated with a back support. Now, the only thing is you want to make sure that you maintain an upright posture as you're doing the exercise. A common mistake that you'll see when people do a standing shoulder press is they arch back and almost turn the exercise into a high incline bench press rather than a shoulder press. So the upper pecs end up taking a lot of the tension, and of course it places a lot of excess strain on the lower back as well. So as you're doing this move, make sure to keep your posture upright and focus on pressing directly overhead and make it a true shoulder press. And next in the workout, I'm going to do some isolation work for the side deltoids with the side lateral raise. And this is a great exercise, but it's an isolation exercise. It's not a power move. So you want to keep the weights light to moderate. In fact, if you try and lift too heavy in this exercise, it kind of defeats the purpose because you end up using momentum or swinging the weight up and not actually placing as much muscular tension on the side delts as you could if you keep the weights moderate. Now, you'll notice here in the video that as I fatigue, I actually do a shorter range of motion. So I'm contracting my shoulders as hard as I can with every repetition, but as I fatigue, I can't lift the dumbbells up as high. And that's okay. I mean, with the side lateral raise, you can safely push yourself to muscular exhaustion by doing these partial burn reps at the end. And now I'm going to do some isolation for the front delts with the front raise. And this is kind of a similar move to the side lateral raise, except now we're isolating the front head of the deltoid. This exercise is kind of optional, and the reason why I say that is because the front head of the deltoid tends to get a lot of muscular stimulation from all the pressing exercises that you do. So when you're training your chest and you're doing bench presses and flies and things of that nature, you're placing a lot of work on the front delt. When you're doing your triceps, you're also getting secondary stimulation on the front delt. So sometimes people find that the front delts actually get too much stimulation and they try and limit the amount of work that they get. So it's kind of optional. I mean, I'm throwing it in here. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing some isolation work for the front delts in moderation. But if you find that your front delts are getting overstimulated from your chest and tricep work, then it's okay to skip this exercise. And moving on in the workout, I'm going to do some work for the rear deltoids with the bent over lateral raise. And you'll notice here on the video that I'm using a bar stool as a head support. And this isn't so much for support as it is for a cue in order to keep your form nice and strict. By using this, I know how far to bend over in order to keep my upper body parallel to the floor, and it also helps to prevent swinging and momentum as you're doing the exercise. Now in the previous exercise, the front raise, I mentioned how that one's kind of optional because the front delts tend to get a lot of stimulation. Well, when it comes to the rear delts, they are not optional. In fact, I would encourage you to include extra rear delt training in your workouts because more often than not, the rear delts get neglected. So you want to make sure to include adequate rear delt training, and by doing so, it's going to keep your shoulders in balance and healthy, and this will prevent a lot of the shoulder issues that people tend to develop over time. And we're going to finish off the workout with some work for the traps and the upper back with the upright row. Now this is a controversial exercise. I'm not going to deny it. I mean, some people love it, others hate it. And I think the biggest issue here is how you actually do the exercise. I find that if you do upright rows with a barbell, it places a lot of excess strain on the shoulder joint as well as the wrist joint, and that's because your hands are in a fixed position. But when you use dumbbells, it allows more freedom of movement with your hand position, and it allows you to perform the exercise much more comfortably. Another thing you want to watch out for with this exercise is try and pull with your elbows rather than pulling with your wrists. And very often you'll see some guys will literally have their wrists pulled higher than their elbows, and that is just placing a lot of undue strain on the joints, and it's not actually working the muscles of the upper back. Now, a little addition that you can throw in here is to superset the upright row with shrugs. So as soon as you hit muscular failure with the upright row, just immediately go into doing some shrugs, and this is a great way to pump some extra blood flow into the traps and really give you a good burn. So for this one, I'll do about 10 to 15 reps of the upright row, and then try and do another 15 to 20 reps of the shrugs afterwards. And to quickly recap the shoulder workout, we started things off with the shoulder press for 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions, followed by side lateral raises for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Then we did some work for the front delts with the front raise, again 3 sets, 10 to 15 reps, followed by the bent over fly or bent over lateral raise, 3 sets of 10 to 15, and finish things off with some upright rows plus shrugs for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps for each. Now, with all these exercises, do as many progressively heavier warm-up sets as you feel you need in order to work up to your top weight working set. So there you go. That concludes the shoulder workout. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please feel free to post those down in the comment section below, and I'll chat with you down there. And just one more thing before you go. I have a special gift for you. It's a free 51-page report called The 3 Keys to Building Muscle. This report is an easy read, and it covers the fundamentals to getting in shape: training, nutrition, and mindset. The training section will show you how to combine strength training workouts and cardio conditioning together for building lean muscle while burning body fat at the same time. The nutrition section will show you how to figure out the exact number of calories that you need for your body type and the proper ratio of protein, carbohydrates, and fat. It even outlines a sample daily meal plan that you can follow along with. And finally, the section on mindset will help set you up for success by taking a practical and realistic approach to goal setting and following through with your fitness program. To download your copy, just click on the link in the video description below or visit my website at leehayward.com.